Hi, thank you for coming to our virtual back to school night. My name is Mrs. Heather Moeller, and I am an English 7 and 8 teacher here at Miami. This is my 15th year with Fort Wayne Community Schools and my 21st year teaching. And I am really excited to be at Miami this year. I wanted to take just a moment to introduce you to our Learning Management System, or LMS page in PowerSchool. You will see on the left here are tabs. The gray tabs are pages that are not published, so you may or may not see those. On our welcome page, I have announcements on the front, so anything that is pertinent and new, I publish for the students right on the front. Parents, you can find your newsletters for each week here. And then we have a list of upcoming due dates. I do have my contact information here along with my school phone number and my school cell number. The Zoom room is open when I am in or during the school day, and there is no password for that. I've shared a little information about myself here. I think it's easier for the kids and I to get to know one another when we know about each other. And so I've shared some of my information here, along with some pictures of my children and my family. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old daughter. And boy, parents, they keep us busy, don't they? So I have shared some of that information here. My husband, Jeremy, is also a teacher. He is a secondary social studies teacher. Our schedules and calendars are here. I do try to keep those as current as possible. Again, these are our upcoming due dates for grade 8. Grade 7 has their own page. The daily bell schedule. My schedule is here, so you know when to get a hold of me and when I'm free. Our 2-hour delay schedule, which we will begin utilizing on Wednesdays. And then this is the most current Fort Wayne Community Schools student attendance calendar. However, this may be changing, so you may want to watch this space for updates. I have the parents page, which I am still building because we've just received some information that we've been asked to put on this page. So you'll want to check here. My daily attendance page is right here. Students are required to use the check-in each day, whether they are remote or in person. So they tell me which class period they are in. That is important that it's correct, whether they are in person or virtual, and then they submit the form. Once they submit the form, it automatically comes to a spreadsheet that myself and the attendance office have access to, and it is date and time stamped with the student's email address. So they can only access this form when they are logged in to their Fort Wayne Community account. The bell schedule is here. Students are required to check in during their assigned class period. So if you're getting an attendance call and you know that they have checked in, I've had a couple parents say, I've seen them check in. You may want to check and make sure that they are checking in during their assigned class period. My Zoom link and schedule is here. I do not Zoom every day just because for our class, that doesn't always work out best. The link is here. There is no password required. And you need to check the weekly assignments to see when the students are required to Zoom. So if we go to weekly assignments, I update this usually every day, sometimes more than once a day. I do have some information here on how to hand in assignments through PowerSchool. Most of the students have figured this out at this point, and they're doing quite well with it. So all of the assignments are here. At the end of this quarter, this information will stay here, but it will be moved to a quarter 1 page. So it will still live here so students can refer back to it if they need to. However, I'll have the quarter 2 assignments there. So this week, when we click on week 9, It's dated by week and the date. They can make this larger by clicking View in Pop-up, and it opens in a separate window. So I do a slide for each day. So you can see on Monday, Group 2 was scheduled to Zoom with Group 1 in all classes. I did provide the classes, and we would start at 7:45, and then the link. And just in case they needed the meeting ID, I did put that there as well. On Monday in class, I always remind them to do the daily attendance check-in. There was a reminder that only Group 2 would be logging into Zoom. And then we watched part 1 of The Outsiders, the first 3 chapters that we've read. Most of the students really enjoyed this because it gave them a visual frame of reference for what they've been reading in class. And I think it gave them some great motivation as we continued reading. They were assigned last night to read chapters 4 and 5 and told that they would have a quiz today. I do give them their learning targets along with their success criteria so that students are aware what they're supposed to be learning, why they're supposed to be learning it, and how they know if they have learned it. Today, they took their quiz in PowerSchool. I gave them all the relevant information. Here you can see that there was no Zoom today. This information is on these slides every day. Our target was to self-assess their reading comprehension so they can practice citing text evidence. Citing text evidence is probably one of the most important skills that students in both 7th and 8th grade are tested over, and it's also one of the most challenging. So you will see that quite a bit this year. Students will know if they are successful when they can answer text-dependent questions with 90% accuracy or better. And so this is really sending the students back into the text to find the answer and then bring it out and say, this is how I know my claim is accurate because in the text it says. So that's the process that we're looking at. Tomorrow is a remote instruction day for all students. They will be completing the Golden Glass Close Read slide deck. Close Read is a reading strategy for comprehension and analysis. They will complete the quiz if they did not complete it today, and then they will be completing any missing work that they have outstanding at this point. Some students need to go back and address some of their assignments. I will be posting the video for chapters 1 through 3 because some of my virtual students told me that it was freezing while we were watching it. So I want to make sure that they're able to see it as well. And here you can see the link for the quiz. So I did reference, we have an audio visual link. And the students were asked to bookmark this link in case they need it, but it does live in the announcements as well. I did create a resource page for each grade level and for homeroom, and I divided them by grade level. It is only accessible with a Fort Wayne Community login, so you can see the process that I'm going through to get that logged in. I didn't want just anybody able to access our page. Sometimes it does take a while for the videos to load. You do have to remind the students to be patient. So here is some of the information that we have posted for grade 8. I did give the students a guided reading on the last story that they read. I'm not sure why this information is not coming up. The audio for The Outsiders is here, broken down by chapter. And I guess this is a good example of the page does sometimes take time to load. Not sure why it's not loading. It might be because I'm recording. That may also be part of it. So we'll try 7th grade. Yeah, it's just taking some time. So this is something very similar to what your student may experience. You just have to encourage them to be patient and wait, maybe get up and get a drink or use the bathroom and then come back, and usually by that time it's loaded. So back to the Power School page. The last thing that I wanted to show you for 8th grade, this is only for 8th grade, not for 7th grade. Because we are reading a full-length novel right now, I did give that its own page. And so what I've provided for the students is the complete audiobook and the complete novel here. These are some other readings that we will be incorporating with our study of The Outsiders, which most students really, really do relate to and they really like. Here is a clip from the movie and then some links, just some additional information about the book and about filming the movie and those sorts of things. The kids are recognizing some of these very young actors, and they actually really like it. So I'm glad that we're getting some good feedback on it. But that is, in short, my LMS page. I am always open to suggestions. So if there are things that you think might work better on this page, please feel free to let me know, because this is new for all of us. And if you have any questions or concerns about your student, again, please feel free to text or to call or to email me. And I'm so glad that we got to have some time together this evening. Thanks so much for stopping by.